dunks by T-Mac and Franchise in the 2000 dunk contest were equally awesome and way too close to pick one or the other. Unfortunately for these two, Vince Carter will put on the greatest show in dunk contest history the same night, completely overshadowing both McGrady and Francis. But I believe that if you were to insert these exact dunks performed by either one in 2000 into any dunk contest between 2001 through 2006, T-Mac and Franchise will finish first and second in whichever of those contests you want to pick, easily. Neither player lacked in creativity, originality, or just plain old hops, and both put on a show in their own right that unforgettable night in Oakland. But sometimes, when it's your night, it's your night. And T-Mac's big cousin, half man, half amazing, was simply just on one in 2000. Nobody in dunking history could have stopped that. With that being said, Tracy McGrady and Steve Francis drummed up the kind of dunks that could only be bested by the greatest all-time dunk performance ever.
He almost didn't get the ball up high enough. He was waiting for that thing to bounce and come up a little bit higher. He had to reach down, grab it, then curl it back over the top.
It was a much better dunk than it was pass. Like you say, Mike, he can't pass, but he can sure dunk.
Finds the handle, gets it up over the rim, and finishes.
Kenny, what's going on in your thinking process?
I really like that. I like the elevation. I like the creativity. However, he didn't get up the ball up high enough on the dunk, so he was kind of low once he caught the ball, which makes the dunk a little bit easier, guys, over there. Like, Danny would know that. Danny would definitely know that.
Hey, Kenny, I think that's crazy. I think that dunk that low, that's a lot harder if you got to bring it down from your knees.
Incidentally, we are unveiling a jump meter tonight, a new technology that instantly measures the height that each player reaches when dunking. Oh, Steve Francis answering Tracy McGrady. Wow.
I can't tell you for sure what's going on in his head, but I'm not sure that when he got up there, he just couldn't decide whether he wanted two hands or one hand to finish it.
Well, it didn't matter. The guy was up so high. What's the dunk meter on that ball? That had to be 11 feet. Look at this guy right here. He doesn't even catch the ball clean. He doesn't have very big hands. The ball rolls down his wrist, and he still dunks it.
I want to hear how Kenny judges this pass now.
And you see the difference between catching it higher and catching it lower. He was up. He had to go get it. But it was very similar, as you were indicating in my scoring, it was very similar. Tracy McGrady had a great dunk, but this was just as special.
Look at it, he dunks it with his wrist. He doesn't even have the ball in his hand.
Top 10 dunks. Between the legs, off the glass, catching it, that's difficult.
Kenny, there's no need to sell this. We were all very impressed.
Okay.
But what they don't know, Marv, is the inside story. Mike, Vinny Del Negro taught him that dunk in Sacramento. I was there. I witnessed it.
Brian Shaw, I have to give pride. He was the first one to kind of show me it, and I put a little twist to it. But Brian Shaw, but Vinny could do it as well, but not as high.
Now this is teamwork, as Vince Carter will work with Tracy McGrady.
And I asked Vince, I said, what happens if Tracy throws you a bad pass, and what's going to happen? He said, you know what, Kenny? The best passes are bad passes on alley-oops.
All right, here's McGrady. Once again, able to windmill it home. Tracy McGrady with a couple of impressive dunks.
Kind of a low pass again, though, Kenny. Didn't get that ball up high enough. We haven't really seen what Tracy McGrady's capable of doing, as spectacular as that was.
Yeah, against Vince Carter, not a passer. Where's Muggsy Bogues for this pass? But that's still impressive.
All right.
Maybe we should have just given Vince an 11 or a 12 on the first dunk.
Steve Francis of the Houston Rockets, who opened up with a 45 on his first stuff.
I predict a 50 right here. I'm going out on a limb. I predict a 50, Kenny.
I like it so far.
Francis. Oh, again. It appeared that the bounce was behind his head, but able to save it and put it home.
He almost the basketball. The ball winds up further behind him than he anticipated. Here he gets going. The ball stays behind. Let me reach back, grab it, and finish.
Whoa.
What do you have for us over there, Ken?
Oh, I got to give him the 10 on that one, ladies and gentlemen, because, like you said, the ball is so far behind him that he actually hits his ankle with the basketball. Watch it hit his ankle. He's going to come back. The jump meter's not 38. It must be wrong, because that has to be over 38.
All right, let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, George, you scored low at the beginning, but you've come up now with a 10 for Vince and a 10 now, and this last one for Stevie Francis. What's impressed you?
Well, you know, what impressed me about Stevie Francis is his size and then his creativity for a guy his size. You know, that's pretty difficult to do.
For Kevin Garnett, extremely impressed with what they have seen. Tracy McGrady checking out the angles. Oh.
I wonder if Tracy even knows right now. He's got anybody telling him he could just kind of chill until the finals.
He'll be coasting right now into the next round.
Does not have to do anything extraordinary, but he does.
Oh!
Tracy McGrady with the hat trick. 3 sensational dunks.
Oh, man.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Basically, the winner of the competition has the best poster dunk this evening because that one's going to be up on somebody's wall, just like Neek is, just like Michael Jordan, just like Spud Webb. The winners, they make a poster of their best dunk, and everybody's out there buying it and hanging it in their room.
Your 10 is not enough. Like, this is, Danny, like, this 10 is not enough.
A very impressive line for Tracy McGrady. Perhaps a message for the competition as he heads to the final.
Stackhouse and Hill really never got it done, right?
Right, so it might look impressive to do it just to get it out of the way.
He's going to do it. No, he didn't bend down. I thought he bent down.
Good idea, but not able to cash in.
Didn't matter. He's in the finals anyway.
And the crowd responds to the combination of Steve Francis and Cuttino Mobley of the Houston Rockets. So he will keep his first 2 scores. He can drop 1 of the 3. And Steve Francis will end up with a 95 for the first round.
That's nice of you, Kenny.
Is that a soft 10, Kenny?
No question.
So headed to the final, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and Steve Francis. More excitement to come on the slam dunk competition.
Jump off the trampoline looking for ideas on what he was going to do in the finals.
Vince Carter looking to psych out Steve Francis. All right, here's Francis with his first.
Not good enough. Pretty good dunk, but that wasn't as good as the one he bounced and did that same action off of.
And you have to believe that Vince Carter has the advantage of the crowd going wild with every one of his opportunities.
Reminiscent of Michael Jordan doing something similar years ago. Dominique using that same one from the side, where they come from the left side, bring it back, scoop it down and up, and then finish with the dunk.
I don't know about you guys, but this is exciting right here. Watching Tracy Vince and Steve Francis. This is awesome.
All right, McGrady with another gorgeous windmill stuff.
Let's see your cards.
Kenny, don't be looking over at Isaiah's sheet.
Hey, I'm doing just like I used to do in calculus. I'm looking at the next man's paper.
This is the final round. Vince Carter opened with a 50. Tracy McGrady with a 45. Steve Francis with a 43.
You got big numbers with that one. Big numbers.
That's awesome.
So the crowd responding to Steve Francis. Let's see how the judges respond.
Well, I had to give him a 10 ball. You know, it wasn't a sympathy 10 either. This guy really went up and got this. He could have said, I'm just going to lead the competition, but he goes up, cocks it between the legs and throws it down.
That's unbelievable, guy. Yeah, I mean, he's 6'2", but he doesn't have short arms or big hands. I mean, that is awesome what he just did right there. This guy would win it a lot of years.
Kenny,